Yes, ma'am, please start.
Yes, I'm going to present my paper on the topic analyzing the impact of economic freedom on farm efficiency. It's an empirical study. It is based on my PhD work. So, regarding economic freedom, my paper has an empirical approach to investigate the impact of economic freedom on farm efficiency. Economic freedom in agriculture refers to a set of multidimensional initiatives including policy regimes, property rights, supportive programs, technical updates, marketing reforms started by the government to enhance the productivity and efficiency of the farming sector. These options and opportunities are implemented with a legal and democratic framework. So there is the institutional role, and in my study, I studied its impact on the farm level efficiency. So the research problem is there as there is inefficiency existed at the farm level. Okay, it means higher inputs lower the farm output and vice versa, and there are examples. And the studies, I would say, and the literature review that have introduced institutional reforms, rural development programs, higher wages or farm job opportunities to enhance the efficiency of the agriculture sector, and there is significance of economic freedom in the field of growth and development that was specified in several studies, and economic freedom is empirically estimated by Eastern Walker, and there is a literature that actually underline the capabilities that can be enhanced through freedom options and opportunity that are given to the farmers. And in the agriculture sector, the significance of economic freedom was explored by Gulatis and other studies in this regard. My study has contributed and explored an empirical approach to determine economic freedom index. First of all, what are the determinants, how to measure economic freedom index. Then there are specific objectives of my study, and supporting research methodology is there. The paper aims to assess economic freedom index, okay, which is the composite average of four dimensions of economic freedom index. All the indexes are measured using principal component analysis to examine its impact on economic efficiency. So economic efficiency is calculated through stochastic frontier analysis to measure farm level economic efficiency of cereal cultivation. So basically rice, wheat, farming. Then orbit regression is used to examine its impact. So input output information was collected through a primary survey. As per the theoretical framework is considered, as I said, so there are four determinants found uh, from the literature of agricultural efficiency that are supporting the growth and efficiency of the farming sector, and there are sub-components or indicators too. These are labor freedom, financial, technical and business freedom. So there is the area of research, that is the Haryana state, so the fertile state, okay. So regarding there, a total of 336 farms were selected from the different villages of Haryana, and there was the questionnaire, okay. So to get the responses for different freedom indexes and farm efficiency. So, schedule questionnaire was designed to obtain responses for each measurable indicator. So, that is used to assess individual indicator on a 4-point assessment scale. There are several other indicators like agricultural property rights, wage contracts, rural development policies are the indicators of labor freedom. Then stable input prices, stable output price policies are the indicators of financial freedom. Further, we have technical freedom, research and extension services, intellectual property rights, information and communication technology are coming under technical freedom, trade liberalization and protection policies for food security and sustainability coming under the business freedom. Then principal component analysis is used to reduce the data to estimate the weight for each indicator of the determinant of economic freedom as a latent variable. So the result states, yes, economic freedom index is calculated. Weighted mean of economic freedom index for the medium farms is the highest one, that is 2.77, which is greater than the small size farms, that is 2.58, marginal and landless farmers. So there are 4 categories of farm size taken in the study, hence the estimates truly reflected the average score of the determinants. So there is a positive association between the farm size and the economic freedom deliberated by the farmers. Farm-wise intensity of economic freedom states that 80% of the medium farmers have the moderate score, which is greater than the smaller, that is nearly 35%, then to marginal and small farmers, marginal and landless farmers to 4%. So this is farm-wise intensity of economic freedom index. Shortage of time, I have not actually presented all the labor freedom, technical and business freedom indexes. So this is the average one. Then there is the farm-wise weighted, yes, average of all freedom indexes, and positive association between the farm size and intensity of freedom indexes found. Still, the extent of the dominance of economic freedoms differs across the farm size. Freedom scores varied across farm size and results are generic and expected. There is a summary statistics of input-output data used in the cereal production. So it is found that marginal and small farmers are better utilizing the resources. So input used in the cereal production are land, labor, seeds, pesticides, electricity, machinery. Input use varies farm size, and it is found that average farm-wise income of medium farmers is higher in comparison to marginal, and again it is higher to small farmers. So there is the paradox. So while the rational use of input is made by the small and marginal farmers, but the revenue of the medium farmers is greater than marginal and small farmers. Labor requirement of marginal and medium farmers were low as compared to small farmers. So that is the one reason I could be able to redact the labor cost. Labor cost is higher for the medium farmers. Then there is farm-wise stochastic economic efficiency calculating, and the size-specific variation is also found. There is, I could say, the estimated mean of economic efficiency of overall farms indicated that there is economic inefficiency, that the overall sample results are displaying here, that 85% of their potential output is foregone, and 15% of the farm produce is foregone due to cost inefficiency. So it is found that the production capacity existed to increase the farming. There is actually a space, there is a existing capacity that can be reused. So 15% inefficiency is found. It means more opportunities and support can enhance the efficiency. So inefficiency detection is also very important. So production capacity existed to increase farm output by 10% from the given input. So these are the stochastic economic efficiency result. I could show this graph, and there are the results related to economic inefficiency, that when you know the values of gamma and sigma square deducted. So the results state that 99% of the variation in the output is due to inefficiency component, and 1% variation is due to random shocks in the agriculture sector. And for the marginal size farms, inputs such as seeds, pesticide, estimated positive relationship. All the inputs are almost having positive relationship, means larger the use of the inputs, the efficiency increases and significantly enhance the civil economic efficiency by 21 and 20% respectively. So the most one is the fertilizer is positive relationship but found insignificant to production. Okay, so size specific results are there. So this is for the marginal size farms. For the small size farms, inputs like fertilizers, labor, seed and machinery increase the efficiency by 35, 32, 29 and 25% respectively. So it is found that medium-sized farms have consumed fertilizers the most. The extent of elasticity is 80% approximately. So the one side, this is actually the first stage of econometric analysis, at where I did calculate the economic efficiency of the farmers. Okay, then the second stage of empirical analysis, I have used Tobit regression. Tobit regression is used to study the impact of economic freedom index on the economic efficiency. So the impact of economic freedom index on economic efficiency. So it is found that almost all the freedom indexes have positive relationship, but there is labor freedom index that is actually keeping negative relationship with the medium sized farmers. So there is a labor loss effect. Okay, so the literature is actually valid here, and the results were consistent as 1% increase in the freedom options has improved economic efficiency respectively for the marginal farmers, and technical freedom is found supportive but insignificant to the efficiency results. Then I use the statistics too, like R squared value states that 60%, 72%, 53 and 42% of the total variation is found by the freedom indexes, and other socio-economic variables were taken like age, education and income also, to small, marginal, medium and overall farms respectively. So there are, I could show there are 4 models, 1, 2, 3, 4, for the marginal farmers, for the small farmers, for the medium farmers, and this is the common pool, the overall results. Okay. There are implications and suggestions too. A lot of things actually I have skipped due to the shortage of time. Thesis has provided several suggestions and the policy implications and recommendations to the government. So it is actually, the study actually has created the awareness within the farming community to access the options and opportunity to enhance the productivity and efficiency of the farming sector, and it actually has suggested the authorities to set the provisions for increasing opportunities to the farmers. And there are steps and policy suggestions given, like through promoting and developing the agriculture cooperatives in the farming sector. So it may enhance the economic freedom in agriculture, because cooperative model is designed to improve agri-business efficiency under specific conditions by collective bargaining, economies of scale, membership benefits are there. So directly, the awareness can be spread within the farming community, and the prevalence of economic freedom in agriculture throughout, this is actually required, because an investor can facilitate it by the rural economies that offer freedom, options and opportunities better than the other. economies. So in this way, the study investigated the implications of rural development policies. There are several sub-components or indicator I could find out in my study. So that are required: farm jobs and non-farm job opportunity for improving the labor freedom, rural wages, employment rate will affect the mobility of the rural landless and migrant families. So it will have a positive effect on the efficiency and growth of the farming sector. That's all from my side. Thank you so much. Thanks the organizing team, SARM. Thanks for giving me the opportunity. Thanks for listening my presentation. Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for joining and presenting a wonderful presentation.